I'm talking to, and you guys couldn't even hear anything I was saying. My mic was muted. Now I feel special. Okay, so this is a quick recap. So this is one of my franchise zoos. I just wanted to show you guys what my franchise zoos look like and maybe play a little bit in a couple of them. This is actually the second zoo I built in franchise mode, and it's the one that I used to complete the Steam challenge for getting all the animals researched in a single zoo. So I did this prior to buying any of the expansion packs, which if you're a new player and you haven't done that challenge yet, in Steam, I highly recommend doing it before you buy any expansion packs, because then there's less animals that you have to research in franchise before you can complete it. And it doesn't go away once you buy expansion packs and have more animals. So you basically just have to complete your Zoopedia. So if you come over here, and Frontier did change it so that now your research goes across all of your franchise zoos. But what you want to have done is, oops, not that one, research status. So you need to have all your fun facts, and you need to have all of your research items researched. You will have, so if you don't have the expansions, you might have some gaps. So, for example, let me see, I think the wolves. No, not them. So there are some that, so here's one. So when we got, one of the expansions comes with a tire, I believe. And so some of the new items won't be like they'll show up as gray on here, but they won't show up. It doesn't count against you, because I was able to complete it without having the South America or the Australia. Well, Australia wasn't released when I completed it, but I finished it before I did bought the South American expansion. So you won't see any South American or Australian animals in here. I did have a plan to put Australia in here, and I'll show you where I was going to do that, but I can't really play this zoo anymore. My computer it's too much for my computer. So I pretty much don't touch it. I might come in here and steal animals for other franchises, but my computer can't handle this. So this is the entrance, and this is a workshop item. Let me see if we have, let's see if I have it here and can tell you who it is. It is a really cool one. It has a lot of pieces though, so when you load it, it kind of takes it a second. I have a lot of desert things in here because I'm following Delady's collection for the desert franchise, and I have, if you watched my showing off video, I have a few items in that collection as well, and a couple that have made it into the zoo, which made me really excited and really inspired and motivated me to build more workshop items for Planet Zoo. Let's see, I'm not finding it, but it is considered an entrance, and it is, nope, is that it? Nope. Where are you? Oh, I hope I didn't just unsubscribe from that. I had a finger spasm. I'm gonna have to change this Netflix show because I'm definitely not paying attention to it. Just have to put on like HGTV or something. Alright, so I'm not finding, ooh, that's really cool looking. So I'm not finding it, but it is all of this with this path here. So I use I don't know what this path is, but And it does have a little exhibit space here, so I put the Aldabras in there. So that's the entrance. And then you kind of have 3 directions you can go. So the way I set this up was by continent. So if you go to the left, you're going to have Asia. If you go to the right, you're going to head towards Africa. And if you go straight forward, you're going to go to like jungliness. And then North America is kind of in the back area. So this, it's like the middle is jungle, so it's a little bit of African jungle, it's got a little bit of Asian jungle, it's got a little bit of South American jungle in the back, because we did have a couple of South American animals. So we're gonna go, so the first part of the zoo I built was the Asian side of it, so we'll go over here. Again, I do have a bunch of blueprints in here, so this is, just start here. Alright, so coming in, so this is a bridge that Delay Designer built for one of her zoos, so I kind of turned it into my own little blueprint and stole it from her zoo. It's not its own blueprint, but we have crocodiles in here. But I like this because you can kind of like walk out and like feel like you're in the crocodile pond. And when they have lots of babies, there's just little crocodiles everywhere. Then we'll get to the middle one. So we have Formosan black bears in this space. And this is part of a bigger blueprint, so I'll zoom out in a little while and I'll show you all of it after we walk around it. We have pangolins over here, and this is a blueprint. I don't remember who made it. Let's see if I can find this one. Nope. That's an entrance. That's an entrance. So I do have, in my blueprints, I do have everything researched except for some of the new Australian items in this, South American and Australian stuff. Won't be researched in my franchise because I haven't played them a whole lot since then. But something you will notice every once in a while is that you'll see like something where it's an entrance and it has the lock on it. And I figured out that that's because the person who built the entrance used the entrance gates, and you can't build those in franchise mode. So in franchise mode, you can't delete those front entrance gates and build new entrances. So you have to just plop it into a sandbox, delete those entrances, and resave the blueprint, and then you can use it in a franchise. Honestly, I don't think I have pangolins in here. I think they all died. And I did not get more for this zoo because this zoo was basically just dying anyway because my computer couldn't handle it, so I was kind of giving up. But it is a really beautiful indoor habitat, so you can build this in any biome for your pangolins and they'll be happy because you can put heaters or coolers in there depending on, where are we? What are we in? We are in something. Okay. So you got the pangolins over there. And then I have flamingos, so the path kind of splits. This is a maze, like, you can get lost in here. So we have flamingos over here. These guys are breeding like crazy. I just keep, like, just like I do with, I don't even get peafalls anymore because they just annoy the crap out of me. But, I'll just go in and I'll box up all the adults and sell them off, and then the kids all grow up and have babies. And I could just use birth control, but it does give you a little bit extra cash, which is nice. Or if you release them to the wild, you'll get extra CCs. So that's a good way. Some people call it farming of your quick breeders. So, ooh, I have goodies. What do I have? I think this is from one of the community things at some point. So this is, I think this is from the pangolin one. I had some things, let's see. Sweet, free animals. Love it. Alright, so then on the other side, so this is that building that was in the middle of the Formosan black bear. So on the other side we have red pandas, which again I don't think I have any in here, and the gharials. So we have lots of baby gharials though. So this is all one big blueprint with the house in the middle and then the 3 habitats just like this. The guy who made, I shouldn't put genders because I don't know if it's a guy or a gal, but the person who makes these makes quite a few really cool looking blueprints, and they definitely have their own distinct style to building that I really like. So they just get some cool shapes and they're round. They have a really cool, actually this might, no, those aren't them. But they have a really cool one that's like a restaurant and the animals can walk over the restaurant. I think I have one that they did for lemurs that has things in it as well. Alright, so then I'm going to skip over to this side of it and then we'll go around to the back. Because there's nothing really along this path. It's kind of just a cut through path. So this has elephants, rhinos, so Indian elephants, Indian rhinos, and peafowl. I see elephants, rhinos probably died. This zoo was so sad. It's so big, but it's so sad because it got too big to manage. So something I would recommend when you do franchise zoos is just kind of try to keep them smaller because they're going to be easier to manage than if you build this big massive zoo. Like you can see all the alerts over here. If I play this on play for a while, like they just blow up. The shy animals get upset, you try to appease them, and it doesn't go great. So I also have a blueprint here. So this is an Indian temple. So you don't get the outline there. So this is a really cool Indian temple blueprint. I think I added this peafowl on top because this is kind of like where the peafowl can hang out and get away from some of the bigger animals if they wanted to. And I do really like the barrier I built on this. So I used a null barrier and I just put a ditch so that the animals can't get up close, but the people can seem like they're right there with the animals, and maybe the animals could get so close, but they can't because they can't navigate this terrain. And then the rocks to kind of keep the people from navigating the terrain. Although Planet Zoo is good about, people not wandering where they're not supposed to be so much, unless you have protesters, but they still just wander onto staff paths. So that's that, and then I built like a little Indian. So this is just a cut through path. There's some staff buildings back there with the Indian theme, just the generic ones from that came with the game. I don't think I downloaded any off the shop. We have some little shops here with the Indian theme, so it's kind of like a little Indian village going on here. And the red pandas are there. You keep going. Got the monorail. I do have a monorail that goes all the way around the zoo. Maybe we'll ride that. This could take like hours just to go talk you guys through this zoo. So this habitat is for tigers. So I do have, which ones do I got? I have the Bengal tigers in here. Because the Siberian tigers are going to be in the colder areas. So this is a really cool habitat. They actually built this really cool underwater viewing area. But I kind of messed up somehow, and so mine does not work. And it's just, if you try to walk that way, you're going to be in there. So if you can figure it out, you can get a really cool underwater view where your guests will be able to watch them swim back here. However, your guests can still walk around behind the waterfalls here, and it does dead end. But it's still a really cool look. If I was at a zoo, I would go back there and check it out. So I really like this. I think it's a really cool habitat. It's got a nice immersion to it. So that's another one. I'm sure if you search for tiger habitat on the workshop, you'll find it. If I have some time later or another day, I might add all of the links. Alright, so then going around here. So now we're back over by where the gharials were. I just built a couple of little Indian food shops over here, kind of keep with the East Asia theme, East Asia food shops over here, and a gift shop, just to kind of keep with that theme. And then we have the Komodo dragons that aren't in there because they all died. So this is actually empty, but this was my Komodo dragon habitat, and this is a Komodo dragon habitat that I got off of the Steam Workshop. And I've actually used this in a couple of zoos. I really like it because it is a complete habitat and really easy to put down. I did modify this one a little bit. So the way it's built, the keeper entrance is over here. But the way I was doing this zoo is I was very departmentalizing or regional area departmentalizing this zoo. So like all the staff rooms for like these habitats are right here, so they don't have to go so far and they can take good care. So I did modify it so that the entrance is in the back and took some walls out and stuff. And then you go that way, and so then you're back and you got the flamingos over here still breeding like crazy. I had something in there at one point, took it out, didn't like it. We got a staff building back here that's very themed. So if you're just here, you just see this cool themed building, but then it's got all the staff rooms. This is a panda habitat. I believe this was built by Rudy Rankamel. He's another really great YouTuber for Planet Zoo and some other games that I play, like Planet Coaster. But I'm pretty much all Planet Zoo lately. Okay, that's alright. Okay. I'm everywhere. Okay, so it's a pretty awesome habitat. I don't think I have any pandas in here, giant pandas in here right now, because again, this zoo kind of died. But it is pretty cool. The only thing that's a little weird about it is it being so high. I think this pathway is weird. So there is a gift shop back here, and then they can walk across it. So they get a great view of the pandas in here. But I think it just kind of looks weird to me. The guests love it, so I guess that's important. But I do like, it's just like a panda garden. I do love how it just feels like a garden. Oh, I do have a panda in here. Look at you. Not the pole. Look at you. Look at you. Pandas are so cute. I like when they have babies. I do want to do a zoo where I have a lot of pandas because they're so cute. And the babies are so cute. So this is, yeah. You know, it's like a little garden. Got some climbing things. Really nice. Got this nice path over. Well, that goes nowhere. So that's a fake path. But alright, so then the fence that was over here. Where am I? I'm lost in my own zoo. Okay. So this is orangutans. Again, since I was building this zoo to kind of just get all of the animals in here and do the research, this is an exhibit off of the workshop, but I didn't do a good job of blending it in. It just plopped in. I just stuck it there. So it kind of looks silly, but it is a nice habitat, so if you have better space for it and you don't just plop it in, it does work very well for the orangs. They are very happy in here. Somewhere they are. There's one. Just chilling out. She's an old lady. I might have pulled the younger ones out. Oh, somebody's in a box back here. I might have pulled the younger ones out for another zoo. That's a habit of mine now. The zoo is just kind of being eaten and relocated the animals. So then we have, this is the Himalayan brown bears back here. So I built this myself. So you have this cool little like exhibit area. So I had a couple of options here. I could build glass walls all the way around here, or I could build glass habitat walls, and I went with building glass walls. But I like this because you like go in here and it's like you're in a little cave and you can see the bear, like, hi bear, right there. And then there's like this little log cabin, so it looks like maybe you're like by somebody's house and you can go hang out with them or something. So I built this myself. It's not great, but it works. It's kind of cool. The idea was cool. I didn't like the execution that much, so it's not on the workshop. But then I built the walls, and then just right across here is the null barrier. So I don't have problems with them escaping, because that is something that when you use null barriers, if you're not careful, you do have that problem. And the guests just can walk right in there. They don't need the gate, the guest gate, because there's walls there. So otherwise they wouldn't use the guest gate anyway, because the bear's in there, so they'd walk in the guest gate and they'd be like, oh no, it's a bear, and they'd run away. Alright, where are we? So this is just the exit to the monorail back here. I did build this myself. I did get an idea for it from a workshop item, but I ended up the workshop item didn't quite fit right, so I had to build it myself. It's nothing super fancy. I did put a bunch of, you know, props in there just to kind of make it look a little more interesting, but, what are you doing, TV? Give me 1 second. Where is HGTV? There you are. Oh, and it's Property Brothers. Yes. Ah, that's a big tree I left you guys with. Alright, so yeah. So there's that. Build a little entrance there, so it looks like it goes together. Sometimes it's just little details. This really is not like the most gorgeous zoo by any means. It's not fully themed out. It's a lot of just plopped in exhibits and habitats that I did. Oh, see, I got protesters. They're not happy about my Siberian tigers. Oh no, they're leaving. Okay. Probably because the Siberian tiger died. So this is a Siberian tiger exhibit. Again, from the workshop. I did not build this one. It was a little bit difficult to get the path to work down here at this underwater viewing area. But I managed to. And there it is. Looking awesome. Actually, I might not have actually built a path down here now that I think about it. I might not have built the path down there. Or is this the path? Yeah, I didn't build a path down there. I just left it. Because I think I got frustrated. So, they can only come up here. But it does have this really cool, like, catwalk area that they can walk. So the tigers can go across. And then staff space back here. So I do have a long staff path back here because we had polar bears were back here. Polar bears. And there's a Arctic themed staff room. Oh, you have a tiger. Here's a tiger. Hey, tiger. Brody. Hi, tiger. Alright, so that doesn't lead anywhere for the guests. So they'll keep going this way. And then they cross over from the, I don't know, what is this? Cooler Asia, more temperate Asia, to the more tropical Asia. So then we have the Japanese macaques over here. I really like how this exhibit came out. It's various blueprints. So I believe, yeah, so we have one blueprint here. This is another this is a blueprint. I promise I did not build this. I'm not good at building climbing structures. I did not build that. And then this is a blueprint as well. I love this. So this is a hot water spring, I think is what they call it on the Steam Workshop. Specifically designed for the Japanese macaques, because in the wild, the Japanese macaques will actually go and sit in hot water springs to stay warm. And so you'll just like see those pictures online of like the macaques sitting in the hot water spring, like they're sitting in a hot tub, and then like their face is all frozen. Because the steam rises up to their face and like freezes instantly. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. They don't have water in here. They just turned it blue and put like some of the effects, and then there's heaters in there to get them to go sit over there. And then on the other side, boop, 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 we have the snow leopard, and this is another habitat that I downloaded off of the workshop. So the whole habitat. The one problem I've had with this is their cave. So they can jump a lot, and they can get up on top of this cave, and since you build it, something went weird there. Something didn't load right there. But you build it so that you have the glass here. And so if they come over these rocks to the edge, if they jump up there, go over the rocks, now suddenly they are outside the habitat. So I was getting all kinds of alerts. But look at the snow leopard. Just chilling out. No, I want the leopard. There's a lot of old animals in here. This is almost a retirement zoo at this point. So that's a snow leopard. And then adjacent to it, I have my wolves. So I have both species of wolves in here, the timber wolves and the Arctic wolves. And I do have this divided, but it's hidden underneath the path. So I actually hidden underneath the path. So the guest won't necessarily see it or even notice it. It is a walk-through exhibit, but not with the gate, because they won't go in if it's a carnivore. So what I did is I built, again, the wall right up next to the gate, put the no barrier just across the path, and then you have to make it elevated. And then you also have to keep them from getting onto the path. So some animals that jump really well, like you can't do this with, you have to build it differently. So I just built barriers there so that they can't, or built walls or whatever. So they have this nice little walk-through. So you have a viewing space here, there's a nice little river, and then a viewing space over here. And I just built this one this way because, oh, so these caves are from the workshop. I just built this way because it could connect nicely to right here to the snow leopard. And a lot of this was just trying new building techniques too. So that is one that I did build. And as you keep going, over here you have the grizzly bears across from the wolves. So I just kind of smooshed them in there to get them in with where they would be biome-wise. And then here's a little shop. And then this is the other side of that path by the Indian elephants, and that's where I put my camels. So I was imagining this area as kind of like a barnyard type area. So you got the camels, and then over here you have bison and pronghorn were in here. I think I might just have one bison. And then over here, we're rotating, we had the reindeer and the Dall sheep. And then back there used to be the polar bears, but they ain't there no more. Don't know why I didn't change that path, but so that's where they are. This is a blueprint. This is a blueprint. This is a blueprint. Lots of blueprints. This is a blueprint. Actually, that might, no, that one's different. I was gonna say it might have been the same blueprint as the other one. Man, I loved this zoo until it got to be too big. Alright, so now this is where I was going to add the South America pack once I bought it, but then my game stopped working so well. But we have this nice little, so I added this tortoise habitat. Holy tortoise babies! Oi! Tortoise babies. I need to build a tortoise zoo just so that they can grow up in. This is a blueprint. It's a African jungle outpost, maybe is what it's called, or jungle outpost. But it's a pretty cool blueprint, actually. It's a pretty cool blueprint. Does it fit in there? Maybe, maybe not. So back here we do have another monorail, and I was going to build a building over it, but never happened. And then we did have our Baird's tapir, so that's who's in here. They're South American. That was our one South American animal we had at the time. Hey, there's one. Just kind of chilling. Chilling. Oh, I want to see it. I've never seen them interact with the leaves. It's a nice view. Just gonna chill out there. Oh, you gotta take a nap right there. Okay, you've been in a little bit of a scuffle. Well, they're cute. Look at them. Hi, cutie. Who are you fighting with? Oh, taking a nap. Look at you. Oh, you're so cute. Look at you all stretching and scratching. Oh. Oh, nap time's over? No. Okay. You got that itch though, huh? Talking to these animals like they can hear me. Okay. Alright. Alright, so that's the taper. I'm going to pause again. Yeah. This is another workshop item. This is just exhibit animals. Needed a place to stick a bunch of them to do research, so it does. Oh my goodness, excuse me. It does not hold all of them, but it does hold a fair amount, so it was a good option. And then as I'd finish researching one, I'd pull them out. I did build this little guy over here to get more of them in for research. I did modify this a little. No, I think this had the staff areas back there. I think it had staff areas back there. This is a blueprint. Just a little shelter. It actually looks really cool because they built it with all these sticks. So it just has a lot of great like texture to it. So I do like that. Turtles everywhere. So this zoo, when I first started it, the first version of this one did not look great. Alright, so we're gonna head back up towards the front. But yeah, so the first version of this did not look great, and I ended up deleting the whole thing and starting over. So this is a boat ride, and in here you have pygmy hippos and flamingos. Maybe flamingos, I might have moved them all. But definitely pygmy hippos, you can see one of them right there. I did modify it a little bit. I put a little shelter thing here. But it's kind of like a riverboat ride. You can go see the pygmy hippos. It's pretty much the only way you can see the pygmy hippos too, because these don't give, in my opinion, great viewing points to see them unless they're like right here. So, and then right next to them is apes. So I did the chimps and the bonobos together. And I have a couple of really cool blueprints in here that I got from the workshop. So I was really, for the jungle area, I was really feeling like modern geometric types of designs. So I downloaded this blueprint. It looks so cool. I haven't seen them use it, but it just looks so freaking cool. It's just like these big orbs hanging, and they made it all out of rope. Like, can you imagine the time and patience? Which I have sometimes, but I just love it. And then this, how they used these 6 hexagons just in different ways to make these cool shapes, and I just dig it, man. Like, it's really cool. So I really love the geometric patterns on those too. And then obviously chimps and bonobos just need climbing space like crazy. This is another blueprint I just dropped in here. It's actually a pretty big climbing frame, which made it perfect. I love this rope bridge that they built, and there's just all kinds of stuff going on in here. There's a little, like, they built a slide. I don't think they can use the slide like a slide, but it is there. Oh, hey, look, somebody's here. Little chimpanzee. Oh, you're a little one. You're a little one. So I did have problems with them and temperature in here, which was super annoying. This is another blueprint. These 3 trees that are not grouped. So all 3 of these together are a blueprint. I really like these climbing steps here. They're pretty cool. So I had to stick coolers all over in here because it was too hot for them, and then they'd go to like that one little space in between like the 2 coolers, and then they'd be like, it's too hot, and you're like, just move 5 inches. Like, they'd go like right here, and then I'd get an alert that it's too hot, and I'm like, really, why are you sitting there? Like, go to where it's not too hot. They were really annoying. I just So again, that goes back to my tip of don't try to put all of the animals in one franchise, because because it's crazy. So this is a gorilla house. This is another blueprint. I really think it's cool. The paths were really difficult to do on this, but it does have both an indoor and an outdoor area. And I, again, going with like a geometric structures and kind of that modern shapes. That's why I picked this one for here. I'll just go right down the middle hole. But yeah, so I wasn't really sure how the paths were all supposed to go in here. Obviously, they were supposed to come into here because they had this in here. But it was kind of hard to figure out the paths in here and then everything. So I got it to work. We have one-way glass on the inside, so that they can feel like they have privacy. And then I kind of wish I would have changed the floor in here, but that's fine. And then outside, it does come with the climbing structure. And then it comes with these rocks over here, and then it kind of just ends there. So you could make this bigger if you wanted to, probably. I think it did come with the lights on it, but I mean, like, that's easy enough to like remove the lights over here if you didn't want them. I think it came with the lights, or I might have put the lights in. I don't remember. It's been a little while. So then going back to the jungle thing, let's see, so we have gorillas, and we came this way. What did I put over here? This is another primate. These are baboons? Mandrills. That's right, we don't have baboons. Close enough, they still have the funny butts. So this is where I put the mandrills. I did make a mistake of a little bit of this hangs over the edge of the barrier. So every time they go right to that corner, and they do, every time, all the time, you get an escaped animal. And I'm like, they didn't escape. So this is two different blueprints in here. So we got this one. This is all one with the lace bridges. And then this is another really cool one. I think this might be Ewok Village, actually. I think is what this one might be called. Oh! So that turtle, the turtle shelter I had was actually the top of this. I pulled it off of a version of this from somewhere else in the zoo, probably. Alright, so then, do I have anybody else? I do have somebody else over here, but this loops around, so we'll just go around and then kind of go back. And then I stuck in here, that's still gorillas. This side is bongos. No, I think this is okapi. Oh, nope, we have a bongo. Oh, no, that is an okapi. I know my animals, I promise. I should know my animals. I volunteer at a zoo. And okapi are my favorites. I love these guys. Oh, look, there's one. Oh, it's pooping. But that's okay. No poops come out yet. You can't tell. I love okapi. They're probably definitely one of my... Oh, we have a lot of okapi in here. Hex to the yeah. Look at him run. Let's hit play. Go, okapi. Oh, no. Somebody escaped. Who escaped? Alright. I'll show you why this is a problem, too. But we'll pause again, because I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that during a tour. Alright, so we got, camera controls. So yeah, okapi. Oh, those itches. We'll get to this. This is fun, and really cool, actually. And I think that's all else that I have back on this path. It does not, yep, so then we're back to bonobos and chips. Alright, so back out to the main path. And across from the gorillas, we have our lemurs. So I put the red lemurs and the ring-tailed lemurs in here. They reproduced like crazy. I don't know how. Oh my gosh, look at them all. They're all, like, this is crazy. Look at all these guys. But they have this big space back here where they can get away from people. And so they're just like, let's go make some babies back here. And then you have all the babies. Let's watch them eat. Because, you know, sometimes that's what it's just about. Watching the animals. And that's why we have zoos. So we can learn and watch and be inspired. Oh, I am so sorry about my dog. There's somebody at the door. Or driving down the street. Or walking their kids. And this is what happens. But look at all of these guys. They're so happy. Maybe they're happy. Look at the little babies. No, don't look at the feeding platform. Look at how happy everyone is. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna have to go get a snack. I hope you guys don't mind watching me eat. There's so many. How many do I have in here? Holy cow! 46 red ruffed lemurs and 22 ringtails. Oh my goodness. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Malcolm! Leave it. Somebody's not happy. So you can tell that the zoo struggles a little bit. I don't know, yeah, you guys can see my frame rates up here. Yeah, I'm getting a new graphics card at some point soonish. We just have to actually like buy them. And hopefully this will get better. Because you can tell they're all quite fuzzy. And this zoo breaks my game. So pausing again. And go back out. Alright, where are we? Alright, so heading back to the front. I don't care. I don't care. Do I still have a path over here? So I had a... Nope. Oh, yep, there's a keeper path. Okay. So this is our mandrills. And then I have this cool little waterfall because I was trying to make it, like, you know, decorative next to these guys. And then we have Nile. Oh my goodness. It's the water, I'm telling you. Then we have Nile monitors, which I think aren't in here. Yeah, it's empty. But I built like a underwater viewing and an above water viewing area for this. So this is a blueprint habitat, and it can be for Nile monitors or hippos. So if you do hippos in here, there's a spot for a forage pool and hippo enrichment, or you can put in Nile monitor enrichment. So, and you do get a cool little like indoor viewing over here. Ooh, my lion's gonna have babies. Okay, so then we're back at the front. Coming in from the backside. Heyo. Anybody else watch Yoga with Adriene? Yeah, so I did add the picnic tables to this. I think I had to add this. This is not a great place to have tortoises that are kind of like it quiet, because obviously all the people are here. Alright, so then I do have a monorail, and this is a blush print off the workshop. It looks really freaking cool. And so I was like, this has to go at the entrance. I did add the solar panel over there, but it's kind of hidden underneath the wood logs. It's kind of hidden. Solar panels are also the only energy source that you can put, like, oh, look at the trash. You can put so close to the guests, and they're just like, okay, whatever. We don't care. It's the only one that doesn't bother them. So it does have a long queue line, and sometimes the queue line's full. Right now it's not. I think we'll try to ride the monorail and see if my game will let us do it in a little while. But for now, we're gonna keep going, because this we're coming up on is my favorite part of the zoo. First of all, I have a little nursery over here, so when tortoises and monitors and drag komodos and whoever else have all the babies, I can get them out of there so that not everybody's unhappy. But so I kind of stuck in the aardvarks, Aardvark. Thank you, Arthur. I think you have to be a 90s kid to know what that meant. Yeah, so we got aardvarks. Look at them. They're kind of cute. Look at them kind of running. Let's watch them run for a second. Oh, my frame rates. This is painful. I can't do this. Oy. My poor game. My poor computer. My poor graphics card. So all of this is not a blueprint. Cave is a blueprint, and this is a blueprint as well. Like I said, I use lots of blueprints in here because... Holy giraffes! You guys see this? Okay, so... But this is why this is my favorite part of the zoo. And I want to build like a whole zoo this way. I know Delady's been working on one that's just like a safari ride, and that's essentially what this is. So I'm going to zoom out really quick so you can see the whole thing. So I built it. I put a staff area in the middle, and all of the entrance gates are right here in this middle area. Tons of staff assigned to all of this. There are a few staff paths. So there's one back to here because there's some animals here, and then there's one over to here because there's some staff rooms over here. So I just had to add like some secondary staff space, and then also, you know, if they need to get back to the main path, they're not stuck in the middle. So, and then you can see I didn't bury it, I just colored it green. It got buried a little bit right here, but then I have a safari ride that goes all the way around it, all of the exhibits, to the back area, and then all the way back around to the front. And I don't have any other habitats on the outside of it. So I do have, so the only thing, I'm going to start here, but the only thing I have over here is the underwater viewing for the hippo. Otherwise, we can just walk around and we'll be able to see everything, and I'll pop out over here to show you guys this. But also, can I just talk about, holy crap, giraffes? They've been busy. So I did do this for one part of the zoo where I did a natural barrier. The rest of it I just left as a lump. Because, again, this game was killing. And this is actually where this game was broken for a while, this zoo. So after the South America update, there was something that happened with the path construction building. So that's why the path is wonky over here, because it was broken. I couldn't load this game for a couple months while they fixed the problem, and this is what I ended up with, and I was like, whatever. I'm not going to try to fix it because I can't play this zoo very well anyway. Okay, so, oh my gosh, I just love how many giraffes there are. Look at them all. I think I will have us do a a ride on the safari as well. Hopefully my game can handle it. The frame rate is going to be bad. I'm just going to apologize for that. So I did build this, and this is going to be the same all the way around this. So I just built it, blueprinted it, and then dropped it all the way around the zoo. And it's just like a lookout point. So if they're walking around, instead of taking the safari ride, they can stop, have a shaded area, look out, get some snacks, use the bathroom. Bathroom's back there. You know, take a seat, take a break, give some donations. These each have a power spot associated with them, so I didn't have to try to power the entire area around because it's a lot. I love this part because it is definitely, gosh, look at all these giraffes though. Okay, so this area has, is that your gate? Is that your gate? Alright, so we have giraffe, springbok, ostrich, and wildebeest. And I do have this weird problem where somehow my giraffes keep ending up on this roof over here, and I get escaped giraffes. I'm like, why are you on the roof? How did you get up there? I don't know how it happens. This really, really freaking cool structure is a blueprint on the workshop. They also did a really cool, like, tree sculpture that I don't have in this zoo. I think I have it in another one, though, and I'll point that out. But I really like it. It's great for giraffes because it's nice and tall. Giraffes and elephants, nice and tall. It's great for them. It has a really cool, like, tree look, and it's very modern looking. I really like it. I think it's really cool looking. Alright, so going around. So this goes all the way back there. It's huge. Huge. And you got the natural barriers here with just trees, rocks, natural things. So it's not as disruptive looking as this is. That's a little disruptive looking. So there is underwater viewing for the hippos right down there. So there's a little path. That's why it went flat here. There's a path that goes off there, goes around, goes underwater. It's nothing super special, I promise. Like, I'm not gonna go show it to you guys. But then I have hippos. Hippos. And we have a baby hippo. Do we have 2 baby hippos? Is that a baby? Or is that mama? Oh, we have 2 baby hippos. They had twins. But they got lots of water, and they have the water fountain, waterfall enrichment. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so many skipped frame alerts because my computer just cannot handle this right now. That's just those 2 staff areas. It stuck a little conservation thing over here. It's a blueprint. This house is a blueprint. So these are the lions over here. So we got lions. They have this cool little house. So they get some privacy in their house. It's got this nice little thing there. Somehow somebody's on the roof. I don't know how it happened, but they got up there. You're crazy. Can we get you off the roof, maybe? So yep, lions. Managing lions can be a problem too sometimes because you can only have 1 male. We got this guy. Got another one of these. Although, I almost wonder if this is made 2 prides because they have a lot of space. Nope. Okay, so I do have this as a split carnivore area. So lions are here and African wild dogs are in the back. So you can only see the African wild dogs very well if you have binoculars or if you go on the safari ride. So the lion entrance is over here. Click on it. There we go. So I have 16. No alerts. I have 8 males. Huh. I wonder if they've separated prides. Man, they making babies like crazy. So one thing that Frontier has stated... Uh-oh, somebody got out. You don't belong there. Uh-oh. How'd you get over there? Please tell me you didn't jump that barrier. Yeeks. Oh well. We'll just have an elephant for a snack. So, one thing that Frontier has stated is that the more space that animals have, the more herd type or natural behaviors you will see. So I do want to try this again in another zoo with this just being it. Because this is difficult to manage on its own with having enough keepers and having this tiny little staff space. It wasn't big enough. So then in here we have African elephants, zebra, gazelle. I think that's it over here. So I have this shade structure again. We got enrichment all over the place. It's very open because it's like an African plains kind of thing. And then this is a blueprint as well. This is an elephant house blueprint. I thought it was really cool. Didn't fit in here as well as I wanted it to, but it still looks pretty cool. Got all my gazelles in here. Got the elephants. The elephants do fit. And they have like rubbing things on the side, so they do fit in here. Doesn't quite look like they would because that doorway looks a little small, but... And everything that's in here, I think, came in there, except maybe like a watering thing or something. Man, I need better lighting over here. I'm so backlit. I look orange on my video. I'm not orange, I promise. I'm actually very pasty. Alright, so then going on. Who do we have over here? Let me see. I think this is cheetahs. Yes. So this is gonna be cheetahs. I don't know if I have any cheetahs in here, honestly. I think they might all have died. Or I moved into another zoo. I did that with some of my animals as well. That can be a little harder to find on the workshop. And then next to the cheetahs, I have hyenas. This would be hyenas. In here, but it's empty. Carnivores can be a little bit difficult sometimes, in my opinion, to keep around because you can't create herds of them like you can with some of the other animals. So you're stuck with like one male and one female, maybe two females and their offspring. And then once a male or a female passes away, you have to go find another one. And it can be really, it's a lot of work to keep managing that. So then this is, oh my gosh, so many baby warthogs. I've got to get better about putting animals on fertility. So this is warthogs and the African buffaloes. There's supposed to be a waterfall here that's supposed to look really cool, but I just never did it because the game just kind of stopped working. So I just kind of gave up on all of this. But yeah, so there should be a waterfall there. And there is water throughout this whole thing for the most part. So if you look at, I'll zoom out really quick. So the source was supposed to be over here, just like mystery water starting, very shallow. And then it kind of comes over here, and you get the waterfall, which is like the primary source of the water, and then it just kind of flows around. You get a little bit of a pool over here for the elephant, yeah, that's the elephants. And then the water divides the lions and the African wild dogs, kind of, sort of. And then the hippos have a big pool of water. It's kind of the plan. This is one of our keeper paths. I tried to make it blend in. Didn't really work. And then this is the other side of the giraffe habitat. I did split it because it's easier to manage less animals in one habitat, but I could easily combine it and try to manage all of them at once. But since different animals have different needs, it does kind of help to separate them a little bit. So this has Bongo, Nyala, and the sable antelope. And they're all doing good, breeding and everything. So this is where I had an escaped Nyala. I don't know where it went. I don't feel like finding it. I'm such a lazy zookeeper. But this is probably my favorite part of this zoo. It's just, the zoo is so big. It's so hard to manage when it gets this big. And that's why I kind of gave up on it. That and the frame rate issue. So this is, yeah, my South America rescue was my plan for this zoo. So I might abandon the whole thing again and start it over and actually make it more of a South American zoo with the leopards and the South American animals a little more, and make it look more like a third world type of South American rescue area where it would have big areas and for each of the animals and look more rescue than zoo. So, alright, so I'm gonna come out here. Oh, I'm just like, how many, like, seriously, these giraffes, they're everywhere. It's awesome. 34 giraffes. 4 of them are unhappy. So, you know, it's not perfect. What's going on? Hungry, big, pregnant. Hungry and pregnant. Hungry. Escaped. Great. I don't know. I'm not gonna find it. Hungry, 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 hungry. Pregnant. Pregnant! Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so many giraffes. I'm okay with that though. Giraffes are awesome. Oh my goodness, there's so many pregnant ones. So many hungry ones too. Maybe I need more. So I can put more feeders in here, but honestly the keepers, they'll just, like you can see right here, they just throw food down if there's not enough feeders. So it's not It's just that I don't have. It's such a big exhibit. By the time the keeper puts the food down and walks back here, they're already out of food and they're hungry again. Like, it's just so difficult to deal with when you have the big spaces like this. And that's one of the reasons why I separated it into the smaller areas. Because managing it is a challenge in and of itself. So I did want to build a cool, like, station here. I just never got around to it. But we'll hop on. And, well, that ain't gonna work. Hit play. And now we're gonna hop on. I'm gonna ride this car. Right here. In a seat. No! Ay, ay. Oh, let me find one that's going. Don't worry, it's trying really hard to work. We're in the back of the zoo. Oh, which I was going to show you. So we'll ride this. Where am I now? Lost. Back of the zoo, I think. Yes. Back. Okay. Front of the zoo. Oh my gosh. Okay. Go. What car is this? Oh, oh, it's so difficult. There we go. Oh, that was a dead animal. That they never came up. Oh my god, my game can't even right now. Okay, so this is the back. Train 20. Here we go. I think this would be a good seat. I don't like the... Oh wait, I can change the seat. There we go. I don't like the front seats because you get all window. Let's go! Yeah! I love the fuzzy dice. So it's kind of unexciting as you get into there. So this is from the back part, not the front part where we tried to enter the first time, just in case you're just as lost as I am. Do 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 do. I say random things. Oh well, that's a little messed up. Don't worry, we got a Jeep. We can go right through it. See anybody around? No, this is gonna be the hyena, so there's nobody in here. It's empty. Boop boop ba-doo, boop ba-doo, boop boop boo. What's over here? I see warthogs. Oh good, they're smart enough to like run away. And our one buffalo. There he is. Hello, buffalo. Yeah. Good to see you too. And then warthogs everywhere. There they are. Oh yeah, so that shelter for here and by the giraffes and stuff, that is also a blueprint. I think I searched modern animal shelter. Let's see who we got in here. Let's see who we can find. Slow down, car. We don't have a lot of time. See, there's somebody's. It's kind of hard to see them from here. but they're all eaten. So I think that's another thing, like you want to encourage the animals to be closer. There's ostriches in here. So trying to figure out how, when you do something like this, to get the animals close enough that the guests can see them is something. So we kind of have to, I'll probably have to look at giraffes! Look at Disney's safari ride at Animal Kingdom and kind of see how they did it. Oh my gosh, there's so many giraffes. And got a springbok there, ostrich, wildebeest. There's a wildebeest baby. Oh, ostrich baby. So I did put in there with the ostriches, I did put some ostrich nest. What's the word I want? Blueprints. So there is a blueprint on the workshop where somebody created ostrich nests, emu, and another bird. So it has like, I think 3, maybe 4 nests, and then you can just like pick the one you want and put it in there, or you can use it as like an exhibit kind of thing for like education. But it won't give any education value unless you actually put a sign around it. So just keep that in mind. Nope, that's not the side we want to be on. How are these cars not in order? I think that's back at the back. It's like every other. They run on the same track. They should all be in order. It's so weird. Alright, so yeah, this is the next one to go. Or we can even try to get that one. There we go. Alright, so here we go. Now, the other part of it, so we got, is that a lion in there? There might have been a lion in there. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's everywhere. Alright, so we got the giraffes again. Because you enter and exit with the giraffes. So then you go over the water for the hippos, who we saw all the way over here before. Here they are, hippos. Kind of see them in the shadows. And I might not actually have African wild dogs in here right now because one, they're really good at escaping. So yeah, it doesn't look like I have any African wild dogs in here. However, we're going to go across the water and we'll see all the lions. Lions, lions, where are... Oh, there they all are. There they all are. Let's get all those words in. There's a couple over there. Sun's going down, so it's going to get hard to see anything. Oh, here's one. Running, running. Oh, there was one just right there. What? Alright, and then this is elephants. And gazelle. And zebra. I don't know if there's any zebra alive in here. I might not have any zebra. Elephants. And gazelle. Any zebra? I don't see any zebra. Okay, elephant, please do not step on here and make us stop. Don't do it! Oh no! Okay, but it's an awesome view. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh no, he's gonna step on us! Ah. Oh no! We all all just got crushed by an elephant. Oh, that was too much for me. Hey, and I think this last one is the cheetahs, which I don't have any cheetahs. Wait, I do have some cheetahs. Look at it. Pretty. And then that's the end of that. We're gonna head on out of the safari here. I'm just gonna close out. Important word. Alright, so the other animals I do have in the back. So we're back in, yes, the back of the safari. So I have this huge staff area I built back here, kind of to supplement all of the needs over here. This is a big blueprint on the workshop. It's African village staff rooms, maybe. So I did do that, and then I have a herd of Gemsbok, or at least I did. It was huge. They were out of control breeding. Well, I still have 7. I think I did one of those, like, trade them all in conservation credits, because it was just impossible to manage. And then tortoises that breed like rabbits. Oh my goodness, baby tortoises. So, yikes. And then I did build, I believe this was, yes, this is a workshop item as well. And I think I modified it. No, I did not. So, I just built a little picnic area over here, and then on the other side, somewhere, I put shops. There's one. There's a shop. And I think there's food over here too. Yeah, so there's, I think this comes with the game type of blueprint. This little pip shot water is also a blueprint. It's like an oasis type of thing. So I had originally just had this here with the exit and the Gemsbok, and then I needed more. So my plan was to then build Australia back here as well. So we still have South America and Australia if I wanted to put everything in the zoo, but my game cannot handle that, or my computer so much cannot handle that. The game can, my computer cannot. Alright, so let's ride the monorail. Actually, I'm going to fast forward so it's daytime when we ride the monorail. Although some of these look really nice at night. The blueprints mostly. But this has amazing lighting on it. It's just like, it is gorgeous at night. And I wish I had better frame rates right now, because all of this detail, just the way this all lights up, it's just, I don't know how they did it. I wish I did, because it's so awesome looking. And then the tiger has a really cool, like, uplighting thing going, so you get some different colors. Oh, let's pause this again for now. The panda, the giant panda has one. Some others have them. I didn't do a lot of night lighting in this zoo, because obviously this zoo is a little broken. Alright, so let's play. Fast forward a little bit. Maybe a little more. Can we get daytime? I never paid attention to the year. 220. Okay, so I'm gonna get us on this monorail, and while I let you guys ride the monorail around, I am going to run and get myself some snacks, and you guys can watch me eat my snacks. And I will also... We don't want this train. Oh, also, can we get a better view? Why do the trains not, like, actually go in numerical order? Can somebody explain that to me? Like, you would expect, like, boom, 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 boom. We're gonna take this train and go with a different view. Maybe? No, we'll go with the seat. Why is this still going so fast? Oh, because I didn't slow it down. Slow down. Normal speed. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again. You know, I might just leave it here. Car 1, seat, and let you guys ride it around. I'm gonna go get some snacks, and I will be right back. Oh man. Okay, so either we have gone around a whole time or this is super slow. Oh man. Oh no, you would have had to have stopped in Asia at the Asia station for a little bit. Okay. So we're still going, alright? Yeah, I got me some snacks. Got some Sargentos. Got me a big girl lunch. And some water. Because hydration. But this is flavored water. It's yummy. Alright, so I'm gonna take another quick break while you guys keep watching this go around, and I'll be back again. See, so we made it to the... My game is running so slow. Oh, look at the taper running, though. So let's have some big girl lunch. This one has cookies. Oh. Alright, so because I'm a little self-conscious, I'm going to turn off the... Nah, we're just going to leave it on. They can just watch me eat my ones, right? Yeah. My dog is here. Say hi, Malcolm. Say hi. Come here. Up, up. No. Nope, he's being shy. This is the part where you don't say anything for a minute. He just wants my turkey and cheddar. Is it cheddar? Oh no, turkey and American. And then we go over the water boat ride. Ooh, maybe we can see a hippo. Or not. No hippo. But we do go a little bit over the Africa area before we get back to the beginning. That was good timing on my part. See? Oh. Oh, that's right. It goes uphill to get over the viewing platform. I've never actually ridden these rides that I built. Hi. Oh, I love when they run. I shouldn't talk on camera with my mouth full of food. Look at the giraffes running together. You know what? I think the monorail is the better option for a safari. I feel like you just get a better view. And then we're back to the beginning. Yay! So I did design this. The monorail is meant to be like a transportation ride. It's not meant to be for viewing necessarily, but it is meant to get you from around to the various areas of the zoo or back to the entrance when you're stuck in the back and too tired to walk to the front. Um, so that is how it was designed, and then the safari ride was designed to be a safari ride. Um, so that's that franchise zoo. This is the biggest one, so I promise going through the other ones will not take, what, an hour and a half? Is that really how long we've been talking about the zoo? Jeez. Yeah, so this is just a big one. The other ones are much smaller, but, and they all run a lot better. So we're just gonna leave it. Go back to the menu. I'm not gonna save. Oh wait, I guess I have to save because it's franchise. That's right. This might take a hot minute. 26 animal alerts. I bet. Alrighty. On to the next franchise. Alright, so we're gonna go with, I have no idea how to pronounce this. I just thought for my first zoo it would be really cool to have a zoo called Lion Sanctuary. Or no, Tiger Sanctuary. Cat Sanctuary? I don't know. I don't even remember what language this is, but I used Google Translate and was going to do something for tigers. So the first animal I had put in here was a tiger, a big exhibit that was way too big. Never really took much care of this zoo because it was the first one, and we'll start opening it. And it just was not good. Frankly, it was not good. So I kind of abandoned it after a while, and I would just use it to farm some CCs from warthogs and ostriches. And I moved on to the zoo we just saw. And that one has probably got the most hours on it, by far. But I recently got inspired by somebody else's zoo. So somebody has a zoo posted called Catan Zoo. And it's a really cool zoo, and they do everything for theirs. They do it as octagons. I did mine as hexagons. But it's really cool because everything fits really nicely. So I demolished the entire zoo. Everything. Boxed up the animals, ripped everything out, flattened the tree, and started over. I'm so sorry. There's somebody at my front door. So the dog's going nuts. I'll deal with him. I like how I'm doing the thing with my hand. Anyways. Okay, so I demolished the whole thing and started from scratch with this cool hexagon design throughout the zoo. Oh, my dog. I love him. I do. So this entrance is a couple buildings. It is a blueprint. I have modified it, so I added the planters myself. That clock just went cray-cray. Or it's trying to catch up to the real time. No, that's not the real time. And then I added a second floor with some facilities. So I added whatever those are. And then on this side, I added some as well. And there's like a little staff area over on this side. So I really liked this entrance, and so something I did, because I was like, I really want to do the hexagons, and then I really wanted to carry this hexagon pattern through, or concept throughout the whole zoo. So I did build those. Okay, I was like, did I build those? I did build those. It's night. So I used this hexagon pattern throughout the entirety of the zoo. And then when you look at staff paths, they also have a hexagon pattern. So we have hexagons all over the place. So this is actually the most recent area I've built. And I put the tortoise, a tortoise in here. There's a single tortoise because I didn't want the babies. And I tried to make this a walkthrough, but it wasn't working so well, so I just made it and then divided it up with natural barriers into 3 small, like, tortoise exhibits. Because if you've ever played and you know how tortoises work, if you give them too much space, they can't find their food. So, I also used the round tables and then the hexagon umbrellas. Like I said, I went for the geometric hexagon everywhere. Actually, this is an octagon, isn't it? Yeah, no? What is this shape? Help me out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an octagon. Wow. Alright, so we have Komodo dragons. And this is from that same habitat that I had in the other zoo. I just took a lot of it off. And used this part of the structure. Where are the Komodos? Did they all die? That'd be sad. They did, because the sides are blank. Well, that's really sad. So there's also kind of like a peek-in area in the back. I'll have to get more Komodos. So this is the zoo I've been working on most recently. I did build this, so if you watched one of my previous videos, that looks so silly. This is on the workshop as a vendor, shops, food, drink, place. But I repurposed it to be a staff area. So we got keeper hut, we got a staff room, we got a generator, and got a water pump, and we got a windmill. Go. So this is a double-spaced one. This is a lemur house. It's a lemur restaurant. This is built by the same person who built that Formosan bear habitat. But there's a couple of eat-in spaces inside. Lemurs can go through. Let's see if I can get zoomed in on this. So lemurs can go through. And then one thing I noticed was the lemurs didn't always love walking on the ground with the people. So I built them kind of a lemur highway up higher so that they could get around a little better, and they have I built them a cool little spot up here to take a nap if they wanted to be out here. And you can see that spot through the window in the front too, so if they're taking a nap there, you can see them in the window from out here. But yeah, it's a really cool habitat. I did have a little bit of a problem with lemurs jumping from here over to here. So I just moved the null barrier out farther because they haven't been able to climb this wall. They just like jump to this part, walk around, and then like jump back over. So it hasn't been an issue really. And then this side the guests can like walk into, and I put some picnic tables up there so they can go eat if they wanted to. It does get a little crowded sometimes, especially if like there's a lemur right there. Everybody crowds at the door. So that's a space that's not being used at the moment. So let me see, we have Komodo. So this is a tiger area. And I combined it because this wasn't a big enough space. So I combined it and then put a Passover so that they also have this space over here. And then I downloaded this waterfall. So that waterfall is a blueprint. This crossover is a blueprint, but I did put all this bamboo in there. I really like this. This layout is really easy to manage, guys. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend something like this. A grid, or this is not a grid. I do use snap on the paths, so the angle snap, so that you can get it right. But I haven't had problems with keepers getting lost. I have enough keeper spaces and everything. I do make some keeper only paths, especially if I do like a back-to-back gate, just to kind of, one, give the animals a little bit of privacy space, so they can escape from all of the guests, but also just to give the keepers space to get in the gate. Alright, so this was red pandas. I don't think there's anybody in here. Nope, it's empty. I have issues with keeping animals in my zoo. They just die too fast. This is 2 blueprints. This is from Delay Designer. It is a red panda one. And then, actually this is 3. This is another one. I don't know who made this one. I believe it is also red panda, but it could be just climbing something. This is also a red panda one too. So I put a lot of them in there. I did have peacocks in there just because I had some peacocks and I needed to put them somewhere. So this is another tiger. Ooh, they had a baby! So you can already tell this doesn't have as much in it, so it's running way better. Look, I got 35. I guess for you guys, it's look, 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 look. There we go. Up at the top corner. I have 35, like 35 frames per second. Like, this is going so much better. It looks so much better. So all of these trees are part of a blueprint along with all of this, and I just kind of broke it up into sections and put it in different parts. And then this cave is a blueprint. There is a whole workshop item of a bunch of caves, so I kind of have a bunch of stuff over here. So I don't always love doing lots and lots of rock work, despite what I'm doing in my Virginia Zoo remake. So when I can blueprint a cave, I get blueprinted caves. That one's actually kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of like a Pride Rock thing, but not Pride Rock, because I can like walk up and be on top. So yeah, this is all a single blueprint, so I just popped it into the zoo off in the corner and started pulling them. That one has water. Bridges are all blueprints that I have, and I've been using these as the crossovers. So just download some bridges and you can use them. This was a big blueprint, so I put a couple of pieces of it somewhere. And then this is more of that big rock forest blueprint that I have here and in the, I think these are the Bengal tigers, right? Oh no, these are the Siberian, the other ones, the first ones were the Bengals. So my plan for this zoo, the idea is for it to be a cat sanctuary. To kind of keep with that initial purpose of this one with that name. So I do want to try to get as many cats in here. The next one I want to get in here is the leopard, but I do have some other things. So I have over here, I have gorillas. So we do have some gorillas. This is a blueprint again. I do use a lot of blueprints, and this is where kind of my hexagon concept kind of fell apart a little bit. So I think this is going to be kind of the edge of the zoo. I don't think I'll keep building the zoo that way, especially since I have all of the blueprints just plopped. So this is kind of going to be the boundary on that side. This is a blueprint as well. I thought it was really cool. It's supposed to be an aviary. Obviously we don't have birds in the zoo, in the game, so it just kind of looks cool, but serves no real purpose. There is a path there that the guests could take if they wanted. Yes, there is still a path there. That's why we have this awkward wall right here. So there's a path there that they can take if they wanted to walk through it, but there's no reason for them to walk through it because there's nothing there. Again, I have my, what is this thing? Staff area. I just kept using that throughout this zoo just to keep it quick and easy where I need it to be. And then we have, this is the snow leopard. So this was one of these caves. They can go all the way up to the top. And then I just used a bridge off the workshop. And then this is off the workshop as well. Actually, this might be part of this set, I think. And then I added the stairs. The stairs were not there. But I added the stairs in. Those are just straight from parts. And then this is a waterfall from the workshop. So lots and lots of workshop items. I love using the workshop because for franchise mode, it's a lot of effort to build and manage at the same time. Like just doing these tours, you can see my number of, oh man, who's fighting? Snow leopards. Who's grown up? You're not gonna be worth nothing, are you? Okay, bye. Problem solved. So, it's constant when you're playing franchise mode. The gorillas do have this cool, like, back area that you can see them inside at. That's kind of cool. Alright, so then we have this cool Starbucks. This is from the workshop. It's really cool. It's just got two coffee shops. Yes, 2 Fox Streets. The waterfall is not part of it, but it does end with just this brick wall, and I was like, I need more. So waterfall is from the workshop. So I just kind of added that in to fill up the space because this didn't fit into the hexagon, so I feel like I hear protesters. And then we have another little restaurant, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the zoo. So it's pretty small, not crazy. Maybe I'll put since the Komodos died, maybe I'll put the leopards over here. So this one I just started, this is kind of the one I've been currently working on a little bit more, but really I've been working on my sandbox a lot more. So no rides in here. I don't think there's enough space for rides in here with this design. Oh, it's gonna snow! Snow. Who ate my food? Mom. Yay, it snowed. I stayed here because I wanted you guys to kind of see how it looks in the snow. This is a temperate zoo, so you get all of the weather. Snow, rain, everything. So when the snow falls, it covers everything, which I think is pretty cool, except the buildings. So there are some heaters by the gorillas. And then inside buildings, there's heaters. And I think there might be some heaters over here. No. So if the lemurs want to go inside from the cold, they have space inside. And I think there maybe there's a heater inside. I don't know. But there's an easier way to tell than trying to look for the heater. Silly me. Boom. Nope. Everybody's just cold. Everyone is cold. Except for the tortoise houses. I did put heaters there. The gorilla has warmth. I should probably put some heaters in places because my guests are all going to be freezing their tushes off. I did make a heated rock here for the Komodos, so Alright, so we're gonna go on to the next one. Yeah. I'm gonna eat my last cracker. Yeah. Alright. Not talking with my mouth open, I promise. Alright, so we'll go with Froggy's Nursery. So I did this zoo specifically because of the challenges, and sometimes they are like, breed all of these animals, and I was like, oh, now I have to like change parts of my zoo around just to breed these animals. So I just kind of did this to start breeding some animals and hopefully breed some of the less common animals, or the ones that are harder to keep. So let's go back to the front. So it's also a very small zoo, but it has some cool things I built in it. I did build in this one a little bit. I kind of did a long entranceway because this wraps around the side here. So this is a blueprint. This entrance. It's really pretty. I don't remember what it. Well, let's see if I can find this one. Steam Workshop. I have so many blueprints. But like I said, I really like using blueprints. Here it is. Nope, that's not it. That's this. So this building behind it is the classic animal house. So we'll go to that in a hot minute. Let's see if I can find the entrance. Where are you? Is the Starbucks say who built it? Nope. Entrance, where are you? Here it is. Ivy Garden entrance. I would describe it that way. So it's just got cool things going on. Oh look, that's right, I got the birds. It's really classic. I was going for like that really classic zoo look initially. Kind of fell apart really quick, don't worry. There was no consistency. So then we have the classic animal house. Got a couple of exhibits in there. You know, no big deal. There is a staff space on this side. There's two. There's one here and there's one here. This one they're always complaining about because the path goes right next to it. Okay. So then, this zoo was just meant for farming CCs, let's be honest. So we have red pandas. So if you're a guest, you're going to see red pandas. This is the same blueprint from the other zoo. Small habitats. You're going to see a pangolin. They're in there somewhere. They're really good at hiding. Oh, hey, I never realized that sprinkler's in the air. Sweet. Oh no, moving things. The game can't do it. There we go. Now it's on the ground. Alright, so I do have penguins in there somewhere. And then the last one is the aardvark. They're sleeping. Sleepy aardvark. Alright, so then that's the end of kind of that. But, like I said, this is for farming CCs. So, behind all of that, we have a whole bunch of other areas. So we have 3 additional red panda exhibit area, well, red panda areas, with essentially bare minimum requirements met, but they really don't look that bad. So that's put a male and female in there and they make babies. Like, I'm not joking. I have 8 in there. How do I have 8 in there? I literally, like, 2 weeks ago went through and adjusted all of these to be 1 male and 1 female, and they had babies already. And then we have, I think I have 2 pangolin ones right now. Actually, these might all be pangolin. Yeah, so they're all pangolin at the moment. This was aardvark, but then they had the breed Chinese animals challenge, so I switched them all to pangolins and was breeding pangolins. I have peacocks because Honestly, as much as I just hate having peacocks, they are the easiest way to make CCs. So, yeah, we're just gonna do this. Let's clean this up. 130. Bye-bye. And then there's all the babies. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna make more babies. When I'm farming CCs, that's just how I roll. I'm gonna put an Oreo in my mouth now. Okay. Let's just not go crazy here. Let's come here. So we went around there. We have the peacocks. When I first built this barn, this is the same barn from the first zoo, I had put the bison and the pronghorns in here because I hadn't had them anywhere else. So I stuck them in here. I was going to breed them and stuff. But then we got not alpacas. We got llamas. And then the llamas got their color differences. And I was like, yes, please. So this was an empty space because I had moved the bison and the pronghorn to the other zoo to have them there. And I just stuck a bunch of llamas in here that I could find on the workshop, and I started getting baby llamas, and now I have a bunch of different color llamas, and llama. Here's a llama, there's a llama, everywhere's a little llama, duck. Watch out, my nerd is showing. Man, if there's kids on this, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about half the time. I need some more, like, 30-somethings around here. Alright, so that's really the only viewing area for the llama. And I did that on purpose. So then, back by the entrance, staff area. So you come over here, and we have a top and a bottom. So I can view over water, underwater, and there's probably nobody in there. Nope. So this is also the same habitat from the first zoo. And we got the hippos in here this time. And they're actually in the water. Check this out. Okay, let's get lower. Bloop, bloop. People level. Oh my gosh, they have their phones. Oh my gosh, I cannot navigate. There we go. Look at them. Look at them all. Ah, look at the people I just, like, traversed through. Oh, man. All this talking. That's giving me the purpose. I'm so weird. I know. We're gonna go watch hippos while I finish my Oreo. Okay, so fun fact. I don't even know if this is in Zoopedia. This is just my own knowledge. Hippos cannot swim. They can float and they can sink, but they really do, in real life, walk along the bottom of the water. They don't really, like, swim. They don't swim. They walk. True facts. Now let's see if that's in Zoopedia. Let's make this easier. No, you're a llama. I want the hippo. Hippo! Zoopedia. Person, you are in my way. The pygmy hippopotamus. Hexaprotodon liberiensis. Somebody speaks Latin. Help me out. Blah, blah, blah. Animal. Has ears and legs. It's chunky. Endangered. Poor animals. So many animals are endangered. It just breaks my heart. Like, so I think I've mentioned this a few times, but I volunteer at the Virginia Zoo. Doesn't make me an expert in anything. Just gives me some credibility of knowing things. But it absolutely makes me sad when I am talking about our white rhinos. Because if you know, or you don't know, you're going to learn something. So there are two subspecies of white rhino. There's southern and northern white rhinos. And the northern white rhinos, if you follow things are the ones that have only 2 left in the entire world. There are only 2 of them on planet Earth anywhere. And they're both the same gender. I don't remember which one. I want to say they're both males. And so when I'm talking about white rhinos, people always ask, aren't these the ones that, like, there's only a few left? I was like, well, it's the northern, it's not the southern. We have the southern at our zoo. And we do have a breeding group. So we have 2 females and a male, and so we're hoping for babies. But rhinos have a gestation of 15 months. Ladies, 15 months. Think about it. Elephants have 2 years, so at least we're not elephants. So just talking and not even paying attention to my animals now. Anyways, so it just makes me sad because it is something we are encouraged to talk about to help connect people to what they're seeing at the zoo, to what is actually happening in the world. And that is the purpose of good zoos. Good zoos are not meant to just exhibit animals for money. Our purpose and our goal is to educate people about the plight of these species in the wild. And for the most part, we don't, at least in North America and AZA accredited zoos, we're not going out on safari and bringing back animals anymore. A lot of people had that misconception. But that's not really how it works anymore. If we do get animals from the wild, a lot of times it's because they were injured and they can't be re-released. You'll see the same thing in North America in the US at least, with wildlife rescues. They always try to rehabilitate an animal after an injury and re-release it to the wild, but you can't always do that. If they lose an eye or they lose a wing, they can't go back out. They're not going to survive. So then they go to a zoo, or they go to another type of wildlife facility where they can be used to help educate the public. So if you're ever at a zoo, volunteers and staff will almost always tell you, we would love to see these animals living in the wild. However, most of the animals in the zoos have been born in zoos, and not too often can you re-release them to the wild. So we breed among the ones in the zoos and then rotate them around. There's a whole process about with AZA accredited zoos and breeding programs. It's actually, there's a lot of information I can share, but I'm going to stop myself because I'm starting to give you the entire spiel. So we're going to go back to the pygmy hippos and find out if there's a fact in here about them walking and not swimming. Here's the facts. Oh, but they can sleep underwater, that's cool. Oh, but the fact's not in here. Let's see. Anywhere else? Nope. May mate underwater or on land. Making babies where they can, man. Alright. Alright, well that's a bummer. But it is, I'm pretty sure it's a true fact. Hi, hippo. Look at you. Look at you. Look at how chunky they are. I love the chunk. Oh, I need to, oh, what is the fluffy? How do I make hippos fluffier? Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's, okay, I'm gonna find out right now. Let's Google this. Okay, Google. Planet Zoo Easter eggs. Let's try that. Yeah! Super chunky. I call them Easter eggs. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Okay, hippo. What do I have to name you? Meggie B. Look at the chonky chonk chonk chonk. Love it. So much chonk 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 chonk. Why is my screen so dark today? Look at it. Alright, so there's a bunch of these, and there's actually a new one that just came out that I don't remember what it is exactly, but if you name your animals or your guests certain things, like crazy things happen. So if you name any animal in your zoo Meggie B, it gets to become chonky chonk chonk chonky, and I love it. They say extra fluffy. I say chonky chonk chonk chonky. It just makes me happy. Look at that chunk. Look at the chunk chunk. Oh no, chunk chunk. Love it. Okay. Anyways, sorry. This zoo is not very big, so it's fine. So opposite of the hippos, we have a cool waterfall thing I built because I had this upper area and I was like, I don't look like poopy, just the rock. So I built this cool little water feature. Probably not the best thing I've ever built, but it looks kind of cool. You can kind of see the water. It was supposed to be one of those just like, whoa, whoa, yikes. What's my computer doing? Stop. Okay, sorry, other screen was being crazy. Alright, and then I do have a waterfall up here. Not my best waterfall building. Kind of looks like crap. But in theory, like, you know, the waterfall comes down and then it goes over here. Meh. You know, it's not great. Look at the chunky hippo, it's so chunky. Oh, look at the little baby. Alright, and then the last exhibit in here is the Formosan black bear. And I made this one a very long and narrow exhibit because they like privacy. So it kind of just meanders. I think there's like 3. Oh no, there's just the 2 areas. Alright, so they're in there somewhere. Bear. Nope, that's not a bear. That's a bobbit. Oh, there's a little baby bear. You know what we should do? Baby bear's getting a new name. Fluff. Oh my gosh. Look at its nose. Oh my gosh. This I should have done this when this came out. Everybody was doing this and posting videos and I just never did because I didn't have a YouTube to post on. Oh my god, I'm dying. Look at that face. It's so messed up. Oh, where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh man. Look at this. Oh, I cannot even. Look at the feet though. Oh, you poor thing. I'm sorry, baby bear. Oh, like, it just looks so swollen. Oh, I'm sorry, bud. It'll get better. Okay, so now that I'm done torturing my animals by ballooning them, that's about it for this zoo. But really quick, again, since I made it a breeding zoo, 2 more areas for black bears and another area for hippo. I need to do some animal management in that zoo because they're everywhere, and staff areas. So that's the zoo. This needs some animal management. I don't feel like doing animal management right now. I just want to show off. It's more fun. And turn animals into fluff balls. Or balloons. Oh no! That's not good. Oh no! Oh no! I don't have that oh wait, no, I do have that. I don't have a llama researched. Let's fix that. Alright, well, we're not staying in the zoo anyway, but that's fine. Alright, zoo. Last franchise zoo. And last Oreo cookie. Yay, last one. So this is another one that I started and I hated and I ripped it all apart and started over. Yeah. I still don't love it, to be honest. So it needs a lot of work. I was kind of just looking for an opportunity to use a lot of the desert themed franchise things that were on Lady Designer's workshop list thing, collection. That's the word I'm looking for. And I really wanted to do modern, but that all kind of went to poop. I don't know. It's here. It's okay. No, it's not okay. It's not a good zoom. But it's here. And this was also, so I was doing the hexagon design with this one. So you get hexagons and squares. So I was going, one thing about hexagons and squares is that the hexagons are plenty big enough for a lot of animals, and the squares are a great size for guest service type, guest and staff things. Where I messed up was I made everything only a 4 meter path. So, oh, I put anteaters in here. But look at the babies. I started this after I got the South America back, and I was excited about anteaters. But look at the baby. Hello, fluffy little baby. I don't want to Meggy be you because then you'll be weird looking. You're so cute. Hello, little baby. Okay, sorry. You guys don't come here, I don't think, to watch me watch animals. Well, it probably is entertaining to watch me watch animals. But anyways, you end up with this problem when you have the 4 meters. So unfocused. That's fine. Oh no, protesters. There's probably too many Komodos, but they just end up, like, what's happening? Oh, also, the cool secret. So, I use null barriers on, this is actually a really cool secret. So I use null barriers, and for whatever reason, path fencing is good enough for any animal. Not joking. I have some rhinos over here. And it's all good. I did a bridge on this side. Right, these are rhinos? Yeah. So I did a people bridge instead of an animal bridge. Which kind of makes sense for rhinos. They wouldn't really go over bridges, but they have to go down the ditch. Meh. So yeah, I got a bunch of different things in here. It's meh. It really is meh. Oh, that's a cool habitat. I like this. I got this off the workshop. I did not build this. This is probably on that, in that collection. I'm sorry, I'm just jumping all over because we've seen like every animal, and so I'm just kind of like, we've seen them. So I did modify this. No, I built this. I built this by myself. But it was built from some inspiration of something because it's got this cool thing going on. So I did build this. I should put this in the workshop. I really should. But it's a staff area. It's got kind of small versions of all your staff stuff. And then it's got a living roof. So it's just got a bunch of little plants up there. If you talk to Mike Sheets, he'll tell you that it's crap because I didn't group my plants. I just kind of stuck them all up there and mixed them about. But I like it, so it don't matter. And it's my zoo. But no, he does have a point if you watch his videos on how to do landscaping. So I also became, when I was doing this zoo, I became really obsessed with the color navy blue, and like everything was getting navy blue, and it started to translate to all of my zoos. So we got navy blue doors, we got navy blue like windows, if there's any windows. There's no windows. Oh no, what is this? Oh, this is the mechanics workshop. I was like, this is a weird building. Oh, I wish I knew how to speak Panko. Shoff, Oema, Wampi. If anybody knows how to speak Planko. Homebar. I never figured it out. Never tried because I didn't think it was, it's kind of like learning Klingon. But it would be kind of cool to know what those mean. I like this building. We're putting this on the workshop. Is this all one? Yeah. To the workshop we are going. Oh no! Alright, we're gonna do it like that so you kind of get. So if you want this building, along with any of my other workshop items that are, or other of my blueprints that are on the workshop. Oh, my dog. I love him. I do. We're gonna call this Desert Franchise Staff Building. I don't remember what things are in there, so. Yeah. I miss staff rooms? No, 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 no. Oh. Alright, we'll go small building. I was about to say, you guys can go get it right now! But you can't yet, because I have to change it from private to public. Oh, my computer struggles sometimes. Now, you can go get it. Yay! These are actually some cool shelters that are in that collection that she has. Am I researching these guys? I hope I'm researching these guys. Oh, they have. I finished their research. Look at that. This is a cool. This was a blueprint as well. It's not my favorite, but it worked in the space really well. I had to do some modifications because. Oh my goodness, what are you guys all upset about? Is he hungry? Looks like he's getting food. He's fine. She's fine. Like, get out. Leave. Go away. It's just protesters. Oh. So, yep, that's that zoo. It's doing fine. It exists. Look at all these anteaters. Uh-oh. Are they... Oh, no, don't fight. Don't fight. Okay, we gotta fix this. Where's the keeper door? Don't fight. You know what? I'll just do that. So yeah, I'm going to... I think what I'm going to do is... So I'm going to stop the live stream. Ah, I got albinos. Oh no, don't fight. Oh, I wonder what kind of color variation they get. I'll find the right one. Genetics, light brown coat with black and white markings. Black and white. Look at you. Dark brown coat with black and white. And gray brown coat. So it's just kind of the coat color varies. That's cool. I do like that feature that they added, is that they have color variations. I think when you have the pack and the herd animals, it's really going to be more striking and add a cool element to your zoo. Especially when you have them like out in a big area where they can herd and run. I don't want to manage you guys right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to see if I feel like playing career mode or not. So I'll either come back and do career mode in a little while, or I'll come back and do just more sandbox building. I'm trying to decide if I feel like doing the management for career mode, which I might do that. I think I'm going to come back and do career mode for a little while. So I'm gonna stop the video, I'm gonna eat my snack, and then I will be back. So probably in like 20 minutes it'll be a brand new video. And we'll kind of pick one of my career mode ones that I haven't done all the way through yet, so we're completed. Or I'll start a new one. Maybe I'll start a new one I haven't started. Or we can try, there's let's do a time scenario. Let's try one of those. We'll do one of those when I come back. So I'll come back, and I'll start a new stream in, yeah, because I've finished most of the scenarios already. And that one's like impossible. So we'll try a time scenario and see how that goes. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and I'll come back in like 30 minutes.